Should you do an online MBA in 2025? Online MBA in India is still in its nascent stages, and as the market grows, as the economy grows, the value of online MBA will also keep increasing in India itself. However, you have to understand the real purpose of online MBA so that you can make the right decision for yourself. Remember, online MBA is not an alternative of traditional MBA, traditional offline MBA that you have. Both have a very different purpose, and which one is suited for you depends on what is your purpose with the MBA program. So let's start comparing the traditional offline MBA and online MBA, and then you will understand the real purpose behind the two. And then I will also cover who should pursue online MBA and the pros and cons of doing an online MBA in India. So starting with the placements for traditional offline MBA, you have campus recruitment, which means a recruiter will come to the campus and they will hire you on the basis if your CV is shortlisted, you will appear for the interviews and you will be hired accordingly. So essentially, you are competing with your batchmates, and here what you have to see is because the recruiter has taken an effort to come to your campus, obviously they have a set number in mind that they will hire X number of people. So yes, through campus recruitment, your application and your entire recruitment process becomes a tad bit easier for you. For online MBA, what you get is placement support. So what happens is these colleges will have connects in different companies. So whenever there is a job opening, it's not necessary that you have a job opening immediately, but whenever there's a job opening in any company, they will share it with the college. The college will float it on their portal or over email chain wherever they find it appropriate, and based on that you can apply for that company if you are interested, and you might be selected. And yes, what you have to do here is compete with a larger applicant pool, because a lot of different people will be applying for the same role. Yes, in that way you can say the placement gets difficult, but the purpose of online MBA, that's why I was saying, is very different. So placement wise, as I said, a lot of people go for this traditional offline MBA. However, if we talk about skills, now that is somewhere it becomes very different. In traditional offline MBA, what happens is definitely there's a lot to learn in any MBA program. You learn networking skills as well, you learn communication, you do a lot of presentations. Apart from the core courses, you learn these soft aspects as well. However, what happens is there are a lot of new age courses these days. For example, if I just take one example of say generative AI or AI, what happens here is for an online MBA program, it's much easier to build a curriculum because they do not have a set process. They need not hire a permanent faculty. They can just get people from the industry, make them teach for they make them take a few sessions, and that's it. It's easy for them to define a particular session. For a traditional offline MBA, first they need a very good faculty who knows about this particular stream. Then they need to build an entire curriculum, a 3-4 month curriculum around that particular course, and they need to get a lot of approvals to get that course signed off, and then that course can be floated to the students. However, in online MBA, this kind of adaptation happens very fast. You need not wait for so long. If there is a new age skill, what happens is a properly whoever is an industry partner who is practicing it in industry, they can come and take the session. It will be designed very fast. That's why for a lot of these new age skills, online MBA is a preferred one, because you learn these skills very fast in a short period of time, and the curriculum can be updated very fast compared to a traditional offline MBA. Now coming to the brand value. Now for brand value, if you see for traditional offline MBA, what happens is if you go into the top 10-15 colleges, it matters a lot. Brand value for traditional offline MBA matters a lot because there's a very stringent filtering mechanism that happens. However, in case of online MBA, the brand value of the college does not matter to that extent. Rather, it is the curriculum, the kind of upskilling programs that they offer. Because even in IIMs, the online MBA programs that they have, the filtering mechanism is not so stringent compared to a traditional offline MBA program, and that's why everyone in the industry knows it. Obviously, getting into an I suppose if you are doing an online MBA from IIM, then you get that brand value. If you do the appropriate program, you get the alumni status as well, and maybe some kind of networking can also happen with the other alumni of that college. However, everyone in industry knows that you're not from that core program where the filtering mechanism was very stringent. So that's why for online MBA programs, you have to be very particular about the kind of curriculum that is being offered, about the kind of session that will be offered, and everything around those things which will help you upskill. If you are able to upskill in the right way or not, that should be your concern. And just remember, for this particular thing, for online MBA programs, if you're doing from IIM, definitely those are very credible programs as well, because IIMs are known for credible management education. So the online MBA programs are also credible. You kind of get the same faculties to study from, you get kind of the same case studies to study from as well. And if I talk about some of the programs that are popular, IIM Ahmedabad's BPGP program, where you visit the campus for some days as well. So that is popular. IIM Bangalore's EPGP program, that is also kind of popular. ISB's online MBA program, that is in this field of analytics, that is also very popular. So these programs are popular, and a lot of other IIMs. Not all the IIMs have started offering online MBA programs, but gradually everyone is, and they are offering credible management programs. However, there are certain problems. That is, first is definitely the fees. Most of them will be above 10 lakhs. It's less compared to an offline MBA. However, 10 lakhs for an online MBA program, obviously it is much, because these institutions have to have that kind of a cost because of the brand value as well that they are bringing in. So it's usually above 10 lakhs that they have. And most of the online MBA programs are designed like an executive MBA. That is, people have a certain restriction of getting in, say 3 years or 4 years of experience. If you do not have 3 4 years of experience, you probably might not be able to get into some of these online MBA programs. So that is a kind of eligibility condition as well that has been set in some of these online MBA programs. And the other one was about the fees. That is, it will be usually more than 10 lakhs. And काफ़ी सारे ऐसे ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम्स हैं जो आप अंडर 2 lakhs कर सकते हो, स्पेशली अगर आप इन प्रोग्राम्स को नॉलेज एंड लर्निंग के लिए देख रहे हो, एंड नॉट नेसेसरीली फ्रॉम प्लेसमेंट पर्सपेक्टिव. इनमें से ऐसे काफ़ी सारे प्रोग्राम्स हैं अंडर 2 lakhs जो काफ़ी पॉपुलर हुए थे इन द लास्ट 2 years एज वेल बिकॉज ऑफ देयर अफोर्डेबिलिटी. मैं उनके कुछ नाम ले लेता हूँ एंड आप वहाँ से चूज कर सकते हो. सो एक है DY पाटिल डीम्ड टू बी यूनिवर्सिटी का ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम है, जिसका ड्यूरेशन है 2 years का. ये प्रोग्राम रहेगा. इसमें आप 11 इलेक्टिव्स में से चूज कर सकते हो. ये कुछ इलेक्टिव्स है दैट यू आर सीइंग ऑन द स्क्रीन. सो यहाँ भी फैकल्टी एंड इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट्स टीच यू द कोर्स. एंड जैसे मैं बता रहा था, ऑनलाइन MBA में ऐसे काफ़ी सेशंस होते हैं. DY पाटिल में भी ये कॉन्सेप्ट है. अगर आप जाके देखोगे तो एवरी मंथ दे हैव वन इंडस्ट्री सेशन फ्रॉम वेरी सीनियर लीडर्स फ्रॉम कंपनीज लाइक गूगल, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट. दे होस्ट दिस वन काइंड ऑफ एन इंडस्ट्री सेशन विद अ सीनियर लीडर. एंड मेजर हाईलाइट है कि आप टूल्स एंड स्किल्स लाइक जनरेटिव AI, एनालिटिकल टूल्स, ये सब जो मैं बता रहा था, आप ये सब सीखोगे यहाँ पर. एंड दैट्स वाई आई विल रिकमेंड यू कि आप अपस्किलिंग पर्सपेक्टिव से इसके यूज़ करो, बिकॉज अभी भी ये स्किल्स सब जगह इंप्लीमेंट नहीं हुए हैं. एंड दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मैनेजमेंट प्रोफेशनल्स और फॉर एनीवन इन कॉर्पोरेट टुडे. इसके बाद कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, इंटरव्यू गाइडेंस, रेज्यूमे बिल्ड करना सिखाया जाएगा, अलॉन्ग विद 1-on-1 मॉक इंटरव्यूज दैट विल हेल्प यू इन योर जॉब. फीस है इस प्रोग्राम का 1.7 लाख. नेक्स्ट मैं क्विकली कवर कर देता हूँ. ओपी जिंदल ग्लोबल यूनिवर्सिटी का ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम है. द लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर टेकिंग 1 year का ये ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम है. एंड आप यहाँ पर इन 7 स्पेशलाइजेशंस में से चूज कर सकते हो विच एवर यू वांट टू स्पेशलाइज इन. फीस है 1.8 लाख. नेक्स्ट है चंडीगढ़ यूनिवर्सिटी का ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम है. इसका फीस है 1.58 लाख. यहाँ 2 years का ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम है. एंड यहाँ आप 23 स्पेशलाइजेशंस में से चूज कर सकते हो. सो मैं कंप्लीट डिटेल्स में नहीं जा रहा हूँ इन प्रोग्राम्स के, अदरवाइज द वीडियो विल बिकम रियली बिग. मैं लिंक डाल दूंगा डिस्क्रिप्शन में. सो इफ यू वांट टू एक्सप्लोर एनी ऑफ दिस, यू कैन चेक इट आउट फ्रॉम देयर एंड आप चूज कर सकते हो व्हाटएवर इज द राइट वन फॉर यू. सो आफ्टर कवरिंग दीज ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम्स, लेट मी टेल यू हु शुड परस्यू व्हाट काइंड ऑफ MBA प्रोग्राम. सो जैसे मैंने बताया, पर्पस अगर प्लेसमेंट है, देन डेफिनेटली ट्रेडिशनल ऑफलाइन MBA पीपल लुक फॉर. एंड इफ द करियर ग्रोथ इज द ओनली ऑब्जेक्टिव, देन पीपल लुक फॉर ऑनलाइन MBA प्रोग्राम एज वेल. एंड यहाँ पर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है, दैट इज सपोज नाउ you are a fresher who is just graduating, probably has not got a job and is looking to pursue something from where they can get very good placement packages. Then obviously you have to appear for the entrance examinations and then go into some of the traditional offline MBA that you have. And however, also if you are suppose working somewhere and you have a job, say 3 lakh 4 lakh, but you are now ready to completely turn around your life, take the risk, leave the job and go for an offline MBA program and jump to say a 15 lakh 20 lakh ki packages mein, then obviously then also traditional offline MBA program makes sense for you, because that kind of a turnaround obviously requires you to leave your comfort zone, get out of the job, do a full-fledged study for 2 years from a very reputed place, and then have that kind of a turnaround 15-20 lakh ka package agar aapko chahiye from your initial package. However, for online MBA, what should be the purpose and who should be pursuing it? Suppose you're already working somewhere, you have had say 3 years 4 years of work experience, and then you're looking for some online MBA program or thinking about doing an MBA program, but not necessarily you are trying to leave your job, because that risk is also there. If you completely leave your job, then that placement risk and everything will come on your mind. So suppose you're earning decently 6 lakh 7 lakh uske upar ka hi aapka package hai, and now you want to upskill so that either you can grow in the same company itself, or you can switch to other companies and switch in other domains. Maybe you're say working in coding and you want to say switch to product management roles, then online MBA will be useful. If you are working in the same company says in a particular role and you want to shift to a mid manager or a senior management level role, then again your online MBA will come in very handy for you. But yes, ऐसा necessary भी नहीं है कि if you are a fresher you have to go for an offline MBA program only. बहुत सारे ऐसे और conditions हो जाते हैं. For example, आपका past academics काफ़ी ज़्यादा matter करते हैं for an offline MBA. As I said, the filtering mechanism is really stringent. आपका CAT score या जो भी entrance exam score हो along with the past academics, that everything matters to get an admission. And suppose your past academics are not so good, so and once you have graduated from your college, maybe it's difficult for you to find a job as well. So यहाँ पर again from upskilling perspective, even if you are a fresher, then also online MBA might make sense because in online MBA you will not be judged on the basis of your past academics. एक हो सकता है filtering mechanism हो, but it will be more on the basis of an interview and your overall profile. It's इतना stringent नहीं रहेगा like a traditional offline MBA program. That's why for them again online MBA makes sense, so that at least they can start their career somewhere. Now coming to the pros and cons of online MBA, and we will first start with the cons. So मैंने खुद एक offline MBA pursue किया है, and the thing that I feel would be missing in online MBA is a campus experience. That is, you will be missing the campus life. Obviously you're not visiting the campus, so जो campus का infrastructure होता था, जिस तरीके से campus में सारी चीज़ें होती थी, environment होता था एक, that would be missing, because I will definitely not replace my offline MBA experience from IIM Ahmedabad. The people that I interacted with, I could go after the classes, I could meet those people, always be in discussion about something related to career, related to businesses, related to whatever we are studying in the classroom. That kind of an environment was very important for me. So you will miss this kind of a campus infrastructure in online MBA. Secondly, what you will definitely miss is less networking will happen, because once you are there with your friends all the time, obviously you develop different kind of a friendship. In networking aspect, when you are obviously in online MBA, what will happen is you will have your friends, you will have your batchmates as well. However, you will be interacting with them mostly over WhatsApp or over online channels. So definitely the same kind of camaraderie or same kind of bonds will never happen in online MBA program. Next, about the brand value. Now this gets very tricky over here, because first of all, the brand value of a traditional offline MBA program is very easy to measure by just understanding how difficult it is to get into a particular college. Here, however, the filtering mechanism, as I said, is not that strong. So just enrolling in an online MBA program is not sufficient. What you have to do is you have to really upskill, you have to really learn in this program, and only if you are able to commit to that particular upskilling narrative, then only you should do an online MBA program, because just enrolling and completing and getting a degree is not going to help you. What is going to help you is once you appear for those interviews and can show those skills that you have learned in this online MBA program. Now coming to the pros, and the first one is low fees compared to an offline program. Obviously it will be low fees. The traditional offline MBA program from IIMs will be in 25-30 lakhs, whereas online MBA will be 10 to 15 lakh. So definitely it comes with low fees, and it's very suited for people who do not want to risk spending that big amount, say 25-30 lakh, leaving a job, and after that if they do not get placement, then they will be worried, what happens if I do not get a placement after spending that kind of an amount in offline MBA. So for them, obviously online MBA is more suited. You get it at less fees. As I told you, get some of the MBA programs, online MBA programs, at less than 2 lakhs as well. So it does not put that big a burden on your mind. Next is more flexibility. So online MBA program, it does not mean you have to visit the campus, you have to stay there and everything. It offers you much greater flexibility, because you can work, you at the same time you can do your online MBA as well. And at the same time, most of these programs that you will see, they have these live classes as well as recorded classes, which is obviously not possible in offline MBA program. So having access to recorded classes as well as live classes is a great combination, offers a lot of flexibility. So even if you're working, you're not able to attend all the classes, you can schedule certain classes over a period of days and can watch it together. That will help you in upskilling. So definitely it offers you great flexibility. A lot of these online MBA programs also have very good learning management systems as well, so that you can go there, you can do the assignments and everything there as per your flexibility and as per your timings. Third is faster adaptation to new age curriculum. As I have already mentioned this, I need not repeat, but but you can adapt to a new curriculum very, very fast in online MBA, which probably will take some time for traditional offline MBA to do. Not that it's not happening, but the kind of courses that are designed in traditional offline MBA program, that happens very differently, and that's why for online MBA it's a great tool for upskilling. Next one is, it is less risky. In offline MBA program, you have to leave your job, you have to go to the institute, pay the fees as well. However, in online MBA program, you are first of all not leaving your job, you are earning while studying as well. So definitely whatever you're earning, you can pay your fees through that particular amount itself, whatever you're earning. So that is definitely less burden. So first of all, you're paying low fees. At the same time, it's less risky because you're not foregoing your salary for 2 years, which you have to do in case of traditional offline MBA. So definitely it's less risky. You are earning, you will grow in your salary as well while you're in the firm. Obviously in the 2 years, your salary will grow, and after that, once you complete your online MBA, you can look for other options outside the firm or inside the firm as well for better roles, and then you can increase your salary as well. Now finally, coming to what exactly is online MBA, so that you do not confuse it with other MBA programs, because there are a lot of different kind of courses that are floating, like distance MBA and everything. That again does not have the same value as an online MBA. That is very different. For online MBA, what happens is, you start your particular program from a particular date and your batch ends in a particular date. That is, if it's a 1 year program, if it's a 6 months program, whatever that is, if it's a 2 year MBA program, you start on a particular date, your batch starts on a particular date, and it ends on a particular date. It's not that you just take the course and you can do it anytime, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whenever you wanted to see the lectures, you just see it yourself. It does not happen that way. There are live lectures here, there are recorded lectures as well. However, mostly your batch starts and ends on a particular date, and you get a proper degree for that. At the same time, there is a proper batch and a proper cohort that happens in these online MBA programs. That is, you have your other connections, you have your colleagues who are working with you, you are doing assignments with them. So that kind of learning, that kind of networking happens in online MBA, which probably does not happen in other kind of MBA programs. Say a distance MBA program, it might happen, they have recorded classes, anyone can just come in anytime, choose, and just study individually and upskill from there. However, it is different. You do proper assignments with your batchmates. There are proper batchmates that you have, you develop network with them. Obviously you are not in the campus to develop that kind of a camaraderie and that kind of a bond, but still you interact over WhatsApp, you do assignments together, so you develop that kind of a friendship at least. So that's why online MBA, you need to understand, it is something where you start on a particular date, you end your program on a particular date, you get a proper certificate or a degree after your online MBA, and at the same time you have proper batchmates who graduate along with you. So I hope this video has given you some clarity around what exactly is online MBA, who should pursue online MBA and who should not pursue online MBA especially. So that's it for this particular video. If you want to know about any other thing in MBA, any other different type of MBA programs, just let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to address it. That's it for this one. See you in the next video.